Okay, but listen, Eagles, Niners, everyone is keyed in on this matchup, and for a variety of reasons. A lot of history between these two teams. So let's see how this all unfolded to why everyone is talking about this matchup.
So Brandon Ayuk come out and say
he did.
What he said? He said
That they was going to
get exposed.
The Eagles defense. What was he saying about that?
Where's the holes?
Yeah, right.
Where are the holes?
No.
There's holes.
No, what's the holes?
It was some
The
wide
back
open
end.
plays now.
The back end. You got the all-pro and the all-pro.
The D-line make both of them all pros. Besides Slay, I respect Slay.
What about Bradbury?
Trash.
You termed James Bradbury trash after the game last year. Do you regret that? I mean,
I don't regret nothing I said.
okay, you stand by it.
When you hear him say something like that and then double down on it, what is the key to staying focused and not letting that affect you in any way?
I just approach one day at a time. You know, of course, I don't really necessarily like what he said. Wish he would have used a better word, you know, to describe my play. But it is what it is. And at the end of the day, all I can do is control my work ethic, you know, what I do day to day.
You guys are underdogs for this game, Nick. What's your reaction to that?
Again, not going to get wrapped into what anybody else thinks of us, whether that's another team, whether that's, you know, whoever makes the spreads or anything like that. We just worry about going to work for ourselves. But, you know, I think going into last year and the year before that, no one really thought we would be any good. And I think that it's okay. It's okay to be the underdog this city. I said on the radio the other day, like, before I ever stepped foot in the city, all I knew about this city was Rocky versus Apollo Creed, and this city plays the underdog well.
Nah, man, F that. The underdog shit is mad disrespectful. It's disrespectful. This is going to be in Philly. They are the top team in the NFL, or at a minimum, they have the top record if you want to dispute that. And they're underdogs. What are we doing here? Nick, for Nick's standards, was being very...
He was being kind.
Yes. But look, I don't know how they come up with, you know, how they determine odds, but that shit is hella disrespectful, in my opinion. But I'll stop there. Kelsey, as someone who probably doesn't have as much vested in this game as me.
You will be watching closely, Nick.
What are your thoughts on this matchup that's happening on Sunday? It really should be the night game, but go ahead.
It really should be, because this is the game I think that everyone's going to be watching. This is going to be the game that everyone should be talking about. By the way, I have to say, too, I love Nick Sirianni on the sidelines. If you're not watching the football game, this man is the most animated man that you can ever watch. He loves this team, and you can tell he breathes into his players. And yes, as you see on the screen, you know, they had embraced that underdog mentality last season. But like you said, this season, I don't see them being the underdog. You know, you have Jalen Hurts, who's riding high with his Eagles. But on the other end, you have a Brock Purdy, who, you know, we had seen a lot from that first season. High expectations. This season, San Francisco still playing well, but he still has good numbers, but not kind of to the level that we saw last season. And if you look at their numbers, Nat, comparably, Jalen Hurts and Brock Purdy, their numbers are almost the same. And so I think when you look at that and you think about what happened in the last matchup, and now these teams both being back atop the NFC, we are looking for a battle. You know, on the defensive side of the ball, you can never doubt Bosa. You got our guy from Washington on the other end to help free him up, and Chase Young, who I think will also be bringing the pressure to Jalen Hurts. So you're looking at that offensive line, I think, being tested. But on the other end, I mean, Brock Purdy has to be the happiest man in football, because look at who he has to throw to. You have Christian McCaffrey, all-pro touchdown leader. He knows how to get into the end zone. You know, Deebo Samuel, who when healthy, Nat, this team does not lose. A healthy Deebo Samuel is a game changer and a difference maker, I think, for San Francisco. And then you look at Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle. I mean, sometimes it's not fair. It's like it's like literally this team has everything that you could wish for. I like this test for the Eagles defense, and I think this will be a good test to, again, see if the Eagles are truly going to be a team that could get to the postseason and have success. But all in all, I'm looking for a good offensive game, but I'm looking for defensive turnovers, Nat, to potentially be the storyline in this one. But I'm telling you, Jalen has been playing well, but I think San Francisco is going to bring a lot of pressure his way. So it'll be fun to watch and see who comes out of this one. Nat, I can't wait for you. If the Eagles lose, I'm going to give you your space after the game. But if they win, I will be the first one on your phone saying they did that and they deserve that.
In my opinion, to be honest, this is a win-win situation for the Eagles. So first of all, let's be clear about something, okay? I don't know why this is going to be a great test for the Eagles. In my opinion, it's going to be a great test for the 49ers. You know, it's a great test for both of them. I don't think it's one-sided. People have, for some reason, declared that, despite the fact that they lost 3 in a row, and everyone makes excuses for them, for their players being out and injured. They somehow still seem to be the best team in the NFL, according to many, which is why, Kelsey, I had such a visceral reaction to your feed when you said, we need to talk about San Francisco more. I'm paraphrasing. I don't remember exactly what it is. And I said, what in the hell?
Because nobody's talking about them,
Kelsey said. Nobody is, okay.
Nobody is talking. They have the number 3 scorer in offense, Nat.
That is all that is being talked about. San Francisco. Even on this show, Michael Smith cannot stop talking about them. He took about 2 seconds to give the Eagles their flowers. So they've been like, let's talk about the next week. Let's talk about the game. That's all people care about. And to go on and on and on about the 49ers, all I see from other people in the media is about, the 49ers. And they're healthy now. Oh, and the fact that they're so well rested. And they are. Everyone talks about the fact that the Eagles have had key injuries all season and are still pulling out wins. They don't get excuses made for them, right? But they've been winning. But if they were to lose and they were missing pieces, that doesn't matter though, right? Because all I hear are the excuses. I was hearing that Brock Purdy was an MVP. So if he's an MVP, and I'm not trying to dismiss Debo's importance, but the fact that Debo was out should not have prevented you from winning, and also should not have had you lose 3 games in a row.
Streak hurts. But Nat, I have to play devil's advocate though.
Not only can people not stop talking about them, not only do people have diarrhea of the mouth about the 49ers, but it's been all season. And the moment they won again, it was like, oh yeah, these are the 49ers we recognize. Yep, they're back. And that's it. So like the Eagles, as you mentioned, are just starting to get their love. So why do we need to hear more about
look, I'm a person that gives love where love is deserved, and they deserve it.
Definitely. But I'm not saying that it has to stop. I'm just saying it hasn't gone anywhere. They've been getting the love. So more? How much more do we need?
I think they deserve it, Nat. I'm sorry, Philly fans, but this is the number 3 scoring offense. Not
they
even
deserve what?
They deserve more love. Even when they were losing, they were putting up 28 points, like at least averaging 28 points.
But they are getting it. But they are getting it. What? That's what I don't. You're saying more, but I'm saying that's all
they deserve it. They deserve it. Look, I was hearing all about Jalen. I want to hear more about San Francisco because I think they're a
timeline isn't properly curated.
That has the potential.
I see nothing but 49ers propaganda on my timeline and everywhere, and clips from media shows talking about the 49ers.
It's going to be a personal game.
No, it is personal, but I'm just saying it. I'm not saying the 49ers don't deserve credit. I'm not even saying that they're not a good team. I'm just saying, how much more do you want them to get? They get plenty. And also, I just think it's curious now that they want to be all quiet and mum and not say much and say, yeah, the Eagles have been playing well. You know what? F you, because
kill them with kindness. That's what that is. Kill them with kindness.
Don't. Because y'all had a lot to say. Y'all had a lot to say before. So keep the energy the same. Be consistent. They were the best team. It was, we would have had our pieces. You have your pieces. You're going to be well rested. You got all of it. So
you're saying no excuses.
No excuses, because as we know, excuses are tools of incompetence, Kelsey. Anyway, I'm going to leave it right there. We really, if you know, you know. But we really do have to break. So I'm going to leave it here. But of course, it's go Eagles. Go Eagles.
I'm looking forward to Lane Johnson coming back.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.